Hey guys, it's Kristen. So in today's video, I'm going to show you a different way to decorate your pumpkin other than carving it.
So I made this witch a few years ago after finding it on Pinterest, and I want to show you guys how to recreate it.
Before we jump into the video, if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and then hit this bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video.
For this project, you will need a pumpkin, a witch's hat that either has hair attached or just a separate wig. You will also need some colored witch's stockings, any color. Then we need some paint supplies. So you'll need green, white, red, black, and then a large paintbrush because we're going to be painting the whole pumpkin, and then some detailing paintbrushes. You'll also need a hot glue gun and the eraser from the end of a pencil. And then just some newspaper so you don't make a mess all over your table. Now, most of this stuff you can find at the thrift store, Walmart, Target, a bunch of different places. So these are all easy items to find. The first thing we need to do is clear off everything off the table and apply some newspaper so that we don't get paint on the table. So now that we have our pumpkin and our table all situated, now we have to figure out what angle we're going to use for our face. So the most important thing when picking out a pumpkin is the stem, because this is going to be the nose. We want to look at pumpkins from the side, and if it has a good witch's nose. So I like it when it kind of goes to an angle. I could roll this different ways. I mean, obviously, like, I feel like going up is not gonna work, but I could go this way if I wanted to. You could have it go straight down, like that would even work. So you just have to kind of figure out what angle works best for you. Now, this pumpkin, if you notice, has like a flat spot. So that's gonna be the perfect spot for me. Because then I don't have to worry about it rolling around. So our witch's nose is gonna go this way. So now I have my paint, and the reason why I have blackout is because this green might be a little bit too light, but we're gonna test it out and we're gonna paint this entire pumpkin. So now you're just gonna paint on a really thick coat and wait until it dries before you determine if that color is right for you or not. Okay, so now I have pretty much the entire pumpkin painted except for the very bottom, which we can do later, but that's also the back of the head, so it'll be covered with hair. But now I need to let this dry before I can do the next part of this project. So now I'm doing a second coat with a darker green, and then we're gonna paint the nose. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of the green paint that's in this cup, and I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of water. So we wanna make this watery, so it's like a white, you know when you do like a whitewash on stuff? Because we want it to add color, but not be a thick consistency. So we're just gonna dab this on. That way you can still see some of the undercolor, and you can see that it's all like spotted and different colors and like, you know, an ugly witch nose. So you can kind of see like it does look green. It's got that green tint, but again, you can still see all the stuff underneath, and it looks gross like a witch is supposed to be. So now the pumpkin is completely painted and it's dried. So we're gonna start painting the face. So for this, we're gonna need the red, white, and black paint. So now I'm gonna start painting the eyes, and you wanna do like a downward angle so it makes the witch look more evil, and then just do little slashes for the eyebrows. Then when you're doing the mouth, you wanna do your outline first, then add the teeth, and then fill in the rest of the mouth, because the teeth may not show up as white if you try to go over top of the black. Then I'm adding a red outline for lips because I think it looks kind of weird without it. And then the last thing is just to add in the eyeballs. So now we need to paint our eraser, so it's our little wart. So I'm just putting this on some newspaper. There's really no way for you to not get your hands like covered in this stuff. It's just so tiny. But just figure out a way to get it completely painted black, and then we're gonna let it dry, and then we'll glue it on. So now our eraser is dry, so I can glue this on. First, you want to figure out where it's going to be, because when you use the hot glue, it's kind of permanent once you put it on there. So I'm just applying a little bit, a tiny bit to this, and then we're going to put it right there. So I'm just going to hold that down for a second. There we go. There, our witch is coming together, and now we just have to dress her. So I'm going to get rid of all this newspaper since it's covered in paint and everything, and then we'll put our final touches on. Okay, so the very first thing we need to do is put our wig on. So as I mentioned, I have a couple different options. So this is the first one. So this is from our Wednesday Addams costume last year, and I got it for like 99 cents at the thrift store. So I know that looks really kind of, it might look horrendous at the moment, but I gotta get the hat on. Okay, so this is the first option. So you can see once you put the hat on, it's not as bad, and I'm gonna have to glue the hat down so that it stays. But let's try it with the other wig. It's so funny seeing it without the hair now. Okay, so here's the wig that came with the hat. So I'm gonna try, I just think it's too much green probably. So I think I might go with the other one, or I can do green and black, and I can put them like on top of each other. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one back on. And I think it looks better being black. So if you get like a wig, maybe do it, you know, like purple or something like that. But then let's put this on. See if that makes it any better where it's like multicolored. You know, you just have to kind of figure it out based on what stuff that you have. But now we need to add the last thing, which is the stockings. Okay, and actually before we jump in and I show you the distance, I just fixed the eyes because it was driving me crazy. Something looked off to me. So I just made the eyes a lot bigger. So you guys will have to do that. You'll have to like make adjustments as you go to what fits that style of pumpkin, whether it's round or more oval shape. So, you know, kind of just use this as inspiration. Okay, so now with the stockings, there's kind of two options. A lot of the pictures you see on Google or Pinterest just has the legs just like kind of skinny and hanging down like that. The other thing you can do is fill it with the newspaper that you used, you know, while you're doing this project. So here you can kind of see the difference. So whatever you like, this one obviously, like it's thicker, it's filled with newspaper. This one is not. The last time I made this, I didn't fill it. So I think just for a change, I'm going to fill it. Plus when it hangs over the end, it kind of looks like the knee. So I think it looks kind of cute. Now, one last thing is if you guys are going to have this outside, just make sure you do glue down the hat and the wig and stuff, because with the wind coming, it will just blow everything away. But this is what it looks like from a distance. So you can kind of see like when it sits on the table. So this is just like a little idea you can do if you don't feel like carving a pumpkin and you don't have a lot of time maybe, because this only took me maybe an hour at the most. And that was mainly just because of the drying. So this is just, you know, like a cool idea you can do for a last minute pumpkin idea.
Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you guys liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and then hit this bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. And I'll talk to you later.